After losing, Willie hunkered into a funk of depression and anger. His words after the fight, that nothing ever works out for him, seemed to stay with him for months. He also seemed to have trouble focusing, and one day he had trouble understanding some simple driving instructions. Willie's future as a boxer is unclear. The Nevada State Athletic Commission, which regulates boxing here, has concerns about licensing a 40-year-old with so many fights.
I mean, you hit 40 years old. The problem is I can go back to my people and ask what the story is, because I know commissioners in New Mexico and other states, and I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, it's not out of the ordinary, you know? It's just the way it is.
And oddly enough, if Nevada's tried to say no, that doesn't mean I can't fight. I can still fight. I ain't going to fight maybe like this fight in Canada I could have took on the 11th. I spent most of my life and most of my time now doing sports and learning this sport and doing boxing. So now this is what I know. I don't know insurance, pharmaceutical, optical. I don't know dentistry. I don't know those jobs. So I just can't go run into one of those jobs. I spent too much time now mastering or making up the way that I could fight and make a living and do what I could do for my kids. And now I've done that. Now I'm stuck with it until I either one of my inventions has to take off, or somebody out of the blue will just say, "Oh my God, Willie, where have you been? We've been wanting to hire you. You're the person we're looking for to work for our Milton Bradley, Fisher Price, Parker Brothers." You know, it ain't happening. So I'm screwed. Of course I can't go to sleep at night thinking about some of it. I can't go to sleep at night thinking about some of the things that I've done wrong based on this. I tried to put it off for far too long, and I see that. And now I'm in major, major trouble.
What are you trying to accomplish? If you're having a repeated losing record, you're taking punishment in the gym and in a fight, and don't tell me you're not, because you are. You know, even though you're not maybe getting knocked down, that's even worse than getting knocked down, because at least if you get knocked out, we know you're out of trouble. If you continue to take headshots, you're in more and more trouble as time goes on. So if that's what your record is, plus your age, you know, you have to add all that in, and you're fighting these low-level fights, what are you accomplishing? That fighter is going to eventually suffer something very serious. It may not be a bleeding brain, but it may be a dementia.
These other heavyweights, almost all of them, are still talking silly, talking funny, talking weird, or half the things they say you don't understand. You want to come and fight? You want to fight? You understand one word, they know how to say fight. No matter how bad their brains beat up, they know how to say fight. Me, you hear the word I'm saying. Argumentatively, I ain't the best looking guy in the world. So I'm not going to be able to be no stripper. I need to make a lot of money. So I have no choice but to fight. If in fact I don't get to make the money, it's going to make it possible for I to get the visitation rights, because the mothers are ignorant and whatnot and try to keep me from talking or being around those children if in fact they don't get their money. Okay, where do I got to get the money from? Can't just crap it, so I got to go get the money somewhere. I have to make money. I don't mind getting in the ring and get my head beat in to get that money, but I'm not getting my head beat in.
But then you look at whether or not should somebody continue if they're continuing to lose. And a fighter who's been in with some really good heavyweights is, now fighting, lesser rounds. So if he can't compete successfully against those guys and show that his skill is still at a high level, and then you combine that with perhaps some clinical deterioration on his ability to function in the ring, should that person be in the ring? I don't think so.
The commission and really the world is conspiring against his dream.
No, what's up, Will? What's after F?
Oh, G.
Yeah.
7 G. Okay, 8.
But Willie's irrepressible, and he makes his own diagnosis.
Even if we did do this reading 1 billion times, it doesn't change the fact that my eyes are bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I probably shouldn't be fighting based on how bad the last doctor said my eyes were in Utah. The point of it is I know what I'm doing and I know what I gotta do, and I'm just trying to get to that next day and get out of it. But the point of it is so the commission would say, well, you don't get to fight again. Well, now you stop a man's right to make money and pay for shirts. And this is only $10, and it's really $20. but it was like $10 on sale. If it wasn't on sale, he didn't get the shirt.
No, I understand.
I don't get punched. If I did, we wouldn't be having this conversation because I'd have came in here and I would have went, you
I
know,
understand.
or, like that. But you know, it would have been over that quick. Whether it be my cognitive, like you said, my smarts,
Right.
compared to the guys I fight, or compared to how they couldn't sit here and answer some of these questions. These questions
I
are
bet
too
you that's
technical.
true.
These
I bet
questions
you
are way
that's
too
true.
technical for
You're
them to
right.
answer. Now we have a serious problem, and one that everybody actually is a part of right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're a part of it because we're saying, oh well, we're not sure. No, there's nothing wrong with me. And if you watch those fights, you know that I can do those fights 20, 50, 60 more of them for the rest of my life. And those guys will still sound the way they sound, and or look the way they look, and I'll still sound like this.
Yeah.
Why? Because I have a plan, and I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it a certain way. Don't get me wrong. I don't have time to train all the time. And if I did, I'd jump out that window and land on the ground and be okay. If I trained all the time, because it's the way I train. I need something to fax the commission.
Mm-hmm.
So they meet on August 12th, next Tuesday, to say my preliminary meeting with Willie shows that he is very alert. I'm very alert. And I don't know what another word for capable of reading the sport, boxing, reading what another person's doing, whatever, in front of him. And without some type of something that's faxed him that basically said, and we'll probably follow up on a later date if, in fact, blah, 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 blah. But the point is to them right now, they're like, oh, okay, well, his came out good. He actually went to a neurologist. He actually talked to one, and they did a checkup, and it came out good. Because if you don't say that, then now we have a serious problem. And so, really, ideally, I need that.
If Willie is to keep fighting in Nevada, the State Athletic Commission must grant him a license. They declined to do so at an early August meeting, awaiting more tests and the okay from Dr. Burnick.